for the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58. It's NFC Championship time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught. Mitchell. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job standing in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. Bulldozes past him. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And it's man, it's Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature of the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Let's go now. Let's go, lead. 18, Pioneers.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side with Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Wentz gonna throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On play action, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. A give up the middle to Gibson, and they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Right here, three. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 13. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football. So,
yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Push through, baby. Let's do this.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now a play fake. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Play action. Now Wentz. And that That throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They make their second-half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the hole and run out a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Okay. This is like watching paint dry.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is running. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight a touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we has them to just eat up blocks, wait for other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first and 10, it's Swift. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final play.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young, his second sack of the night. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up a throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's another play that's proven to take this game over. It's been great as we continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bounds away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The Commanders are going to the Super Bowl as we say goodnight, everybody.
Kill the king, or you still wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with the other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like a 100 house. All up in my business, real.